for 3 weeks, the offense has started really going crazy.
I am so stupid. I forgot to hit the live button. This looks like amateur hour. I was like, why don't we see the number on? I'd be like, oh, shit.
You know what? I didn't even think about it because I didn't get the notification that we were live on my phone. I normally get that.
Yep.
Wow. Okay, well, all right.
We'll have to come back and go, we really are live this time.
Wow.
There's no one set me anything. Yep.
Little bit of rust. Little bit of rust. That's funny.
Little rust, a little bit of situation of the setup. My speakers aren't working there. I mean, Slappy still works. That's all that matters.
Well, that's only playing in your headphones.
Yeah. Well, you're not hearing that?
I can hear it, but it's real low.
Yeah, because I don't have the speakers going. So it's basically hitting, like, I haven't used this computer in probably 3 months. As soon as I turned it on, it was like, would you like to update? Would you like to update?
That's always a good formula.
Controls everything. It's like, for whatever reason, it's not allowing it to work the way it should work. So I have to kind of readjust some things and figure out why it's not working the way it should work. So but we'll get to that. So
how about this? This heat? You guys are getting that heat.
Yeah, we have been. We definitely been getting that heat. I mean, we got. So, make a long story short. So Sunday, my wife said, "Hey, it's hot. Let's go tubing down the river in the Potomac." Okay. Be fun. We'll just sit there. I was like, I'm not sure I can swim. But she's like, oh, it's all right. I'll take the SUP, and if worst comes to worst, I'll just tow you. Right? Like, I'll sit down, I won't stand up, and I'll just tow you. I'm like, okay, that's fine, whatever. So we see the weather in Baltimore, purely sunny, no issues whatsoever. So we get out there around noon, nice hot day, sun's kind of going in and out, so that's even nicer, so it doesn't like you're baking the whole time. And we're out there till we have to be in Severna Park for a 85th birthday at around 5, which is about an hour drive. So we said, well, as long as we're done by 4, we'll be fine, right? It's supposed to be 45 minutes around each bend. There's 3 bends. We should be fine. We'll go walk into the city. The city's got a small college there called Shepherd's College. There'll be some cool shops, whatever, and we'll make a day of it. And we get around the first bend around 12:45. Perfect timing, right? Going through. They even start joking around because I say we're almost around the bend, because it does take a lot longer to actually get around the bend than when you start. Here's the bend. Mm-hmm. And the reason I start to realize is because the wind. When we hit the bend coming east, the current kind of shifts for a little bit and stalls out because the wind's starting to push against it. So when we come around the bend and now we're starting to head west, we've got no current. So at this point, we're kind of kicking on the tubes. So we're kicking and paddling kind of to get around the bend. And you think that would take like 5 minutes, but that takes more like 30. So they start joking around going, we're going to start having a drinking game every time you say we're around the damn bend. As soon as we get around the damn bend, like, how much time do we have? So make a long story short, fast forward. It's around 2:45. We still have a whole nother bend to go. And I think that's Watto. And we get there, and at this point, we've been out there, we've been baking, we've been trying to kick and paddle and kind of swim on our own. And what we notice is we have some storm clouds in the sky. And we're like, okay, all right, well, we need to hurry up here and get out of the water as kind of the best we can. So About 25 minutes, 30 minutes into it, and to make story short, the wind comes. I start looking at the current. The current's going now in the opposite direction of how we're trying to go. So we're trying to get around the last bend, and the current is strong, going in the opposite direction. My wife finally gives up and gets on the stand-up paddleboard, thinking she's just gonna roar right through this. Well, anytime you take a stand-up paddleboard, they'll tell you 15-mile-an-hour wind, you don't take it out. Apparently, we had 15-mile-an-hour wind. So my wife starts kind of going in circles, and it kind of just goes to a spot where she's done. She's like, get back here and help. And I'm kind of like, all right, I'm really not supposed to swim, but all right. Okay, we'll see how this goes. So everybody at this point, because hanging in the tube is not there, we're all in the water. All four of us are in the water swimming down the river, hoping there's no big rocks in the middle of the river. And we've got good depth here. My son's cut his foot once, but that's because he fell out of the tube. Turn around. So, and he basically, we end up with a spot where a passing boat that we saw the whole time a couple times, and it's like, you guys look like you're struggling. Do you need a tow? And I'm like, sure. And she would love it. So
yes,
we get a tow, which is great. But we start off with me being second. I'm holding the stand-up paddleboard by the little kind of string that really is not a hold string, and the camera hold with my right arm. And he's putzing along. And I think they're thinking, oh, this is taking longer than they expected. So he goes up a little, another 5 knots. Well, at this point, then that string of the paddleboard is getting straddled like this. And I, with the separated shoulders, trying to hold on to the right camera hold with my hand. As soon as my hand goes straight, I yell at it going, no. I've let it go. So then we finally kind of figured it out. But it took us 25 minutes being towed in to hit the spot. We were never, ever going to get there. I was at the point where basically I was like, that looks like a house. I'm going to go through this guy's backyard, and we're going to call it Uber.
Yeah. We're just going to give up. We're just going to get out of the water because obviously it's going to take us wherever it wants, and we have no choice.
Then to make matters worse, I get out of the water, and I look at myself. My legs are lobsters. They finally stopped hurting today. My back and my hands where I was swimming were all burnt. So right where I broke my wrist is just a big red thing, and that's the big red thing. I was wearing a long sleeve sun shirt, so none of that got burnt. So, but it was just kind of like everything was a lobster. What's up, MT? So yeah. Wow. So all right. So that was my thing, and I woke up and I was like, my arm is killing me.
Yeah. That's what. So I didn't get like burned at the beach, but like the first day I kind of got a little burn like on my chest and stuff, and I'm like, it didn't feel like a sunburn, but then my wife's like, I think you got burned, and I went in the bathroom and I'm like, oh yeah, I think I did, and we were pretty good throughout the week at making sure we were getting the sunscreen on. But man, honestly, the weather was great. It was the perfect week for us to be gone because it was upper 70s to like mid 80s in Ocean City, and at home it was like 90, 92, 95. Like it was in the 90s at home. So I've got
that's exactly like we just never checked the weather and didn't realize, hey, we're going so far west that there may be a totally different weather forecast for us. Right. What's up, MT? What's up, Fox? Hey, MT, have you looked at the CFL game? It's been an interesting league this year. You don't have the dominance. You have a lot of movement that has happened between some of the teams. So far, it's interesting. Chicago is playing right with Vegas, and Washington's kicking the crap out of the Sun. The Sun literally had one loss a week ago.
Yeah.
And they lost twice in a row. And looks like they're losing again to Washington now. The Suns' issue is they play great defense, but they can't score consistently.
That is a problem.
Yeah.
Yeah, I was in Gerardo says it's hot in LA. When I was in Vegas, that was when they were, I don't know if they still are, they might still be setting records, but they were setting records when I was there. It was 110 degrees every day, if not hotter.
Yeah, I did not miss Vegas at all in June. I've been to Vegas twice in June, and it's 110, 111. They're your favorite friend is the pool.
Yeah, I've never, like, that's my fourth or fifth time in Vegas, but never that time of year. Like, I was there in, like, springtime, I've been there in the fall, and I was there in the winter. Like, I've never been there and even like like the Uber drivers and stuff were saying that heat is something they don't normally get in June. Like it's if they get that, it's normally in July or August.
All right, so we've got at 10 p.m. Oh, cool! It'll be a late game too. I didn't realize Edmonton and BC tonight. Edmonton is winless. BC has been a solid team coming there. They're 2-1. Saskatchewan and Montreal. Montreal, your defending champs, are the only ones still undefeated. So, but you got a lot of quarterback changes, which have kind of adjusted things. So,
BC is, I think BC is usually pretty decent.
Oh, BC is good because they got Vernon Adams. He's never going to play in the NFL. He's just going to be that little nice scat guy to be able to go through. They've got good receivers. We don't mention any of them that played at FSU, but they have some good receivers. And then the other.
No, you can talk about them if you want. I don't think Ben's here.
Ben, I think, has the best team in our fantasy baseball. I don't even think it's close. I know Jack keeps telling me it's him, but I'm like, Ben's the team I would fear.
I mean,
it's the only team I would fear.
If Jack doesn't know that he's vulnerable after last week, then I don't know. I mean, when the thing is, as offense picks up across the league, everybody's offense is going to pick up. So if everybody's offense is going to pick up, you better have pitching. So I'm comfortable with my pitching. The offense is terrible.
Well, teams have made the changes that they did it. That I told them, like everyone was like, "Oh, my team's great after the draft." And I said, "Yeah, there was a lot of good teams, but your team's going to change." And I knew exactly what was going to change. I even knew yours going to change. I'm surprised you didn't really go for the strategy that we went with last year. And people started to then morph into that strategy. Same thing we did last year, like in May, where I've started to see it. All of a sudden, we don't have like 9 starting pitchings on your team. Oh, why? Because you're losing hold, saves, ERA every week because you're throwing 9 starting pitches out there.
Yeah. The problem is that there haven't been any. I mean, outside of a handful of relievers, there haven't been. The top guys, the top relievers, and the top closers have been consistent, but the rest is just hit or miss. It's been kind of up and down, just like everything else.
Well, we got to watch this because Toronto has started off scoring. They've got runners in second and third, no outs here versus the Yankees. So we definitely might have a live opportunity because they may be down 2-3-0 here after the first. So might even have to worry about the -1.5. So we got a 48-point quarter here with the Mystics here, and they can't score at all. The Sun are having issues. Aces, I'm not worried about. They as soon as they get hot, they'll be fine. Bonner, big 3. There you go. Come on, try to cut down this lead. Let's go. Let's get them going. Don't know. I got the Sun in some parlays. I was surprised. I'm not a big Mystics person, but the Mystics played well recently. So, all right, NBA draft. What are your takes? What are your thoughts? What's your thing on? How do you like his agent, Darius Garland's agent? telling him he can't play with Donovan?
I'm kind of. I mean, the biggest takeaway. I just briefly went through who was drafted, and honestly, like I know the guys. I know the guys in college. I don't really know how they fit in the NBA because I don't really follow the NBA very well. But the thing that did kind of surprise me was, I was surprised that Klingon went so far down. I mean, I know
But
they
here's
have the Euro guys go at the top, so
all right. So here. So when you look at Klingon, and who do you think is your NBA comparison? Like, I'm listening to guys in a different chat tell me, oh, he's going to be awesome. He's a great rim protector. He's a great rim protector because he's 7'2". Guess what? That's a dime a dozen in the NBA these days. Every team has a guy who's 7'1", 7'2". Every single team.
I would say his. Well, I don't know. Like I said, I'm not super well versed in the NBA, but maybe like Sagoon or.
Yeah, I could see the Sagoon marks.
Jared Allen.
But Sagoon, to me, it would be opposite because Sagoon is an offensive great, but he's terrible on the defensive end. And I don't think Klingon's going to be terrible on the defensive end. The problem with 7'2" centers in the NBA, especially big 7'2" centers like he is all you do is just run him out in a pick and roll, and then you're going to switch on him, and he's going to have to be able to cover the guard. That's what teams do to Rudy Gobert. That's what teams do. So so the bad defensive teams play drop. So Minnesota just plays drop coverage, which is why Luka got 4 feet from the paint every single time and got to throw alley-oop dunks to Lively and Gafford all game, and they looked great versus Minnesota. Then they got to Boston. Boston didn't play drop coverage for more than 2 minutes a game, and all of a sudden you didn't see Lively and Gafford having these big games. They were almost like, we can't put them on the floor. And I look and I see Donovan Klingon, and I see at best Yusuf Nurkic is kind of where I'm seeing, because he's not going to step away from the basket and shoot. He may learn to be able to get a 10-footer or 12-footer, but he's never going to be a three-point shooter.
Yeah.
He's never going to be that. He plays good defense. People don't realize, but Nurkic plays good defense. He's going to rebound. He's going to do that. To me, he's nothing special. That's my issue with Klingon. He's a big, tall, 7'2" guy who does some things nicely. He has terrible lateral quickness. He's not going to defend the pick and roll in any way, shape, form. My biggest question, if you're Portland, you just went and traded for DeAndre Ayton last year. Are you shipping Ayton out, which is what the thought process is?
I thought I just saw something where he was getting a big deal. Is that him?
Yeah.
160 some million or something?
Yeah, I mean, but that's the question. So, I mean, Klingon to me, I know why teams wanted him. The other thing, when you look at the draft and you start talking to the experts, you talk to the rooms and you talk to what happened, is teams in the top 6 wanted top 6 value, like the value chart. In order to get the 6th pick, you need to give me this many points, kind of deal.
Yeah.
The teams outside the top 6 said, this draft is not as good as normal drafts. We don't want to give you the point value. So I wasn't shocked to see basically 0 trades in the top 7 picks. And then once you got out of that lottery pick, then teams started to move around. Because at that point, you could kind of equal the points and say, okay, well, it's there. I mean, there were some really good pickups that I like. I think the Detroit pickup of Ron Holland, I don't understand. The only thing I could think of, they basically said he's got upside and he plays small forward. And we already drafted a point guard a couple of years ago. We drafted a 2 guard last year. We've got a 4 and we've got a 5. So We better just draft a 3.
You got Jays put up 5. 5-0.
That's
fucking smoked Rodon. Yeah. O's are up 6-0. Phillies up 2-0.
Yeah, that was the one big thing. If you're the O fan, you've got to be really happy. You lost 5 in a row, and you didn't drop back any games.
Nope. They got a damn good team, I'll tell you that.
They do, but I still don't think they're winning anything unless they trade for a third pitcher who's really a number 2 pitcher. Move Grayson to 3, and get their relief. They need some arms in the pen. If they try to go with Dylan Tate and Sino Perez and those type of guys, I think they're gonna have games. And everyone tells me, "Oh, that's fine. They're just gonna out-hit people." I was like,
that doesn't work in the playoffs.
Scored 1,000 runs in a season. They got to the postseason every year, didn't win because they had one starting pitcher, and guess what? They didn't score 5, 6, 7 runs in the postseason.
It doesn't work in the playoffs.
Whether there changes again, the home runs stop happening. The Wizards are unconscious.
They actually
21.
They actually
the Mystics. I keep calling them the Wizards.
Yeah, you're confusing me. So Baltimore, I don't remember if it was this year or last year, what they made changes to the park that actually made it less hitter friendly, I believe. Didn't they push one of the walls out, or they made like a wedge in the outfield or something?
What they well, I think it made it more hitter friendly. The left field wall essentially moved up, and then but they kind of created this weird kind of turn, and then it turns and it comes around, kind of like what the Astros Park does. So on the one wedge, so if you get it stuck in the wedge, it's just going to sit out there. Home run by Garcia.
So Cleveland, they made modifications to the park.
Cleveland did the same thing.
Not the field. They didn't make modifications to the field. They made modifications to like the upper deck and some of the mid tiers where they created walls. They put in like some walls and some different like attractions or whatever in the stadium, and they're actually the third best park for home runs this season. And last year they were like 23rd or something. So the theory is that they've created some type of wind tunnel with the way that they've like messed with the stands. It wasn't on purpose. I don't think they did it on purpose, but that's what happened.
Yeah, I mean, I think all the teams saw the short right field porch in New York and said, "Well, this is we're never going to win any awards." So, has this been you, or has this been Yo, or what's this? Oh, look at the little guy.
Hey, there you go.
Yo, what's good, guys? Hey,
what's up, Daddy-O?
We're actually going to be headed out. Got to get him checked out. But I did want to pop my face in and show you the baby.
All right.
And there's my other son, Elijah. I want to say what's up.
Hey, what's up, buddy? How you doing?
So.
It's been a while, guys. I miss you guys.
It has
been too long, brother. Too long.
We got to continue to do it. We're going to look to continue to do more of these as we go through here again, ready for football season. So,
you know what happens when football starts. We the back-to-back champions, boy. All right, guys. I got to roll out, though. I got to get this little one checked out.
There's a lot of static in the line. Enjoy. Hopefully it's all right. All right.
Yeah, we gotta. I know it's kind of a slow time now, but it's been a minute.
Yes, it has been a minute. They're down 14. The Mystics aren't that good. Sun just can't score. If you keep giving a team wide open threes, they're eventually going to fall.
Right.
Oh, the Aces took the lead back. They were trailing the first quarter, trailing by, I believe, 4. Now they're up 6. Don't worry, our girl Angel Reese is still getting 37 rebounds, is what it looks like. So where she's at, looking at her props, Wilson's got 15 points in the second quarter. Young's got 7, so that looks good. Carter's got 6, that looks good. Reese has got 4 rebounds. Yep. So all those are looking good. Aces are now up 8. That team is stacked. Offensively.
That's that was where we were when we were we were out there for a conference, and they did the keynote. The keynote was in the Aces arena there. It was attached to was it not Bellagio? I forget what the hotel was. Caesars, maybe?
Oh, there we go. There we go. Harris gets another one to fall. That's good. Cut it to 10. See if you can work there. Harris has got 7 points, by the way. And she just scored. So that's 9. So we need 2 more points from Harris. We've had a little bit of a scoring issue on my one app. It's showing me no points other than 3 people. And I'm pretty sure other people have actually scored. Either that or the scoring is off by 17. The US are still tied, trying to beat a team with 10 men. It's very difficult to do, especially in Copa America. So Panama just missed a penalty. It didn't get a penalty, and we're just kind of on the uproar. So I mean, that's the one thing with soccer. I mean, I was doing great in the Euros until I got to this last round, which I should have just stayed off. I lost 12 bets in the last round, strictly because neither team could win or score.
Yeah, that's rough.
And it's kind of where you just were like, I should have just stayed off.
Yeah.
It hurting my record because I should have just stayed off. All right, so Carrington's killing us right now. She's only got 2 points. She needs to get her. Harris has got 9. That's got 13. I went to Fox Sports. I get a updated thing. So that's Sun. Mystics, we've got Atkins got 4. Van Loo's got 9. The bench is scoring. Yep. Dolson, the big couch. House Thomas doing her double-double. Thomas has got 4 assists, 1 rebound, 0 points. She's kicking ass. Working on a 4-team all-dog money line parlay for today's games at 165-1, but the sky is falling now.
Ramon, what's up, brother?
You gotta tell me this 4-team all-dog money line parlay. Is this WNBA?
Pretty easy. Just take the dogs.
Because the Sun are coming back here. They've cut it to 7. They've kind of figured out righting the wrong here. I hope you didn't take the sky. Sun have cut it to 6. Like I said, they've been the better team all along. Orioles are up 6-1. Toronto's is up 5-0. I think we got a kind of wait and see approach.
I was gonna say I don't want to touch that until the Yankees got to do something.
Yeah, I mean,
bullpens. Let me see.
What's that bullpen look like for the Yankees? For the
Yankees bullpen. Yankees bullpen is dead last right now.
All right, I'm going to give you another WNBA to take it now because the line's going to move by the time the game starts because people are going to try to get their money back here from the Mystics. Take the Fever over 167.5.
Fever over 167.5. Let's see. Live. Oh, is that not live?
That game's at 10.
Oh, okay. Sorry. Okay. Oh, Fever. Is that the team that Caitlin Clark's on?
Yep. They play zero defense. They're going to set a record for the NBA having the worst defense ever.
Cool. I'm okay with it. Got to be somewhat entertaining.
Yes. Gerardo, I take a bunch of corner kick things. I definitely, you want to take some corner kick parlays. All right, here the Sun have cut it to 6 again.
So the thing that I would like, because the Jays pen is not real good either. I got it like 20th. The thing that I would like in that game is if we start seeing some runs, is maybe we take a live over. Right now it's 12.5 though.
I do shock how many times in baseball you can take a like plus 4.5 when the other team has like 2 guys on base.
Yeah. Yeah. Right now you can get 4.5 on the Yanks.
Yeah, but they haven't done anything. I think they got 2 hits.
No, with 8-1 Baltimore. Man,
You know what sucks?
John Gray has been decent too.
Yeah, I'm playing Rich this week. I mean, I'm playing Jack this week.
Playing Jack, yeah.
You want to know what even sucks more? The Orioles play 7 games this week.
Yeah, that's rough because I've got. I think it's the Mets. I think it's the Mets only had 5 games this week, and I've got 2 dudes on the Mets, which is tough.
And I'm like, oh shit. I mean, not only that, they play 8 straight right-handed pitchers, so every one of Jack's guys will play.
Yep.
And like, oh, the USA game. The thing that killed the USA game is they only have 10 men, so they're just dropping back. I mean, the only guys that are going to get corners is going to be Panama, but the U.S. guys are good enough to kick the ball out of bounds out the side instead of the end. So
when you say they're playing with 10 guys, is that short?
Yep. They got a red card in the first half.
So how do they not have a full team to play? They don't have somebody else.
You don't get when you get a red card, you lose a player for the game.
It's not you can't put somebody on the bench in.
No, it's you play the rest of the game with one less guy.
Wow, that sucks.
Yeah, that's always the thing on soccer betting. I always think that there should be more of a premium on some things because even the best team, that happens to them. The U.S. was a minus 278 coming into this game to win the game. And I had them in some parlays that I gave out close. So, but
that's shitty because that's something you can't control or you can't predict.
Yeah,
it's a variable.
Well, there's some books as soon as the red card happens, like they pull the game. FanDuel doesn't do that. They'll let you'll go in all this one. But yeah, it's always trying to figure out like to account for that. It's just the worst part is like when it's straight red, which means someone was just stupid.
Right.
In this case, it was the forward who got a straight red on the 18th minute, Timothy Weah. So, I mean, a lot of times with that, it's like that will happen if the guy's going in to try to get a goal and he comes on and takes out there. So he barely gave the worst part of that play is he made a tackle that was bad. He got a yellow card for it. But then 2 minutes later, VAR looked at it and said, hey, the ref, you should double check this. This was not only just a bad tackle, this was a harsh tackle that wasn't warranted. Panama just scored. So Panama is winning 2-1 over the U.S. What does that do to U.S. chances for advancing? Well, currently right now it will drop them in a 3-way tie with second place. And they'll have one more game going on. The problem is that next game's versus Uruguay, who's the only team that's really decent in their entire region. That also means they'll come in as a second place team, not a first place team,
Right.
which always means you're going to play the harder components. Unless the other team's first place team screwed up. I mean, when you look at Belgium, Belgium's like, oh, shoot, we're going to have to play a good second. No, who we're going to end up? Oh, we're going to play France. Oh. That screwed up everyone's bracket because it put France in a bracket that no one had them into. All right, the Sun have cut it to 2, and the Mystics pass it right to him and cash. That is so weak. All right, I'll have to spend more time getting everything set up. But we're ready. We out. We ring the bell. Taisha Harris gets 10.5. Gets that in the first half. So Sun now take the lead, 41-39. And here come the Mystics falling apart. I say that, and then they hit a 3 in my eye. The one who hits the 3 is the one girl I like to call Big Country.
What was it? Bryant Reeves.
Yep. But she's really nice and big, but she likes to step out and hit 3s.
Yeah.
Yeah. Bryant Reeves never stepped out and hit anything 5 feet from the paint.
That was those. He was on that. What was it? The Grizzlies, wasn't it? Was that Vancouver?
Yeah. When they were Vancouver Grizzlies, yes.
The ultimate like 90s-esque Vancouver and Toronto. When Vancouver had they had the teals. Toronto would have like the Raptor, whatever, with the purple, and they had the purple, the Vince Young.
Yep.
That was like the ultimate mark of that time.
Oh, you had Mike Bibby.
Yep.
On that team. I mean, and they had the other guy, small forward.
It was
never really lived up, got hurt. Sharif
Abdur-Rahim.
No, Sharif Abdul-Rahim. Yeah, that was Sharif Abdul, not Muhammad. Not the guard. Abdur Muhammad was the guard. Sharif Abdul-Rahim, yes. Yeah.
Sharif Abdur-Rahim is a college coach now, I believe.
Yep. So we did see Bronny James went 55 to the Lakers as expected. What are the odds that all of a sudden I'm not signing a 2-way contract somehow it just magically goes away?
What kind of contract?
So for what his agent did should be to me, I think he should be punished by the NBA for tampering. There's just no other way around it. So when Bronny James came out, he said he's only going to work out for 2 teams, the Lakers and the Suns. And the only reason I think the Suns were there, and most of the Suns brass kind of said the same thing, they had to pick a second team, and it wasn't that far from LA. And they didn't want to pick like the Kings or something like that, because that would have been too obvious. But like, here's the thing: we like their organization, we like the way they're run. Bullshit. That had nothing to do with it. They told teams that he would not sign a 2-way contract, because that was the original thing. And what that means is he has to stay on the roster all year long. He can't go to the G League because he won't sign a 2-way contract.
Oh, okay.
So they're trying to discourage other teams from drafting him. That was the whole point. 100%. Which, by the way, FanDuel won 8% of the first round bets because people took long shots on Bronny James, which was the dumbest thing for number 1 overall.
I didn't even think
he was never going to be a first rounder, but they were giving props for Bronny James for every pick.
I didn't even think he was going to get drafted. I mean,
well, come on, he got drafted by the Lakers as a token.
Yeah, I mean he's not. He couldn't even make the roster at USC. I mean he wasn't. He was.
No, I mean,
but USC wasn't even. USC wasn't. It's not like they were, I mean they were decent, but they weren't like a top 25.
No, 20. But what you got to look at is NBA also drafts on potential and talent, and athletically, he has some things. He has tremendous hops, tremendous quick drills, shuttle drills. Can't shoot, can't run an offense. Other than those two things, he's ready to go.
Other than being able to actually play basketball, he's great.
Yes. But the NBA drafted Travis Outlaw in the first round too. So
he's a combine all-star.
Yeah. So, and the Mystics roar back for a 6-point lead here, 5 seconds to go. And they get the screen. She shoots the 3 and goes in. There you go. And they get another. They're reviewing it. Nope, they're giving it to her. All right, 4-point game. All right, Suns down 4. I like her spot. In a game that was supposed to be at under, you had 96 points in the first half. So, G's given another Copa America. He's going. Uruguay is going to beat the shit out of Bolivia. He's trying to get his USA money back. Is that what I'm reading there? That game's at 9.
That's over 2 3/4.
But there is a slimmer of hope. Panama gets a red card. So the U.S. here are in danger. Have a chance here. Let's see if we switch on there for the ending of that game. So it's back to 10v10 soccer.
That's wild. That's wild that you can just lose a player and then you just have to play short.
Yep. So there's 4. The U.S. had 3 minutes here. Three and a half minutes for Matt Turner in the U.S. to get down there and get another goal, to get a draw. Well, they do play at Arrowhead, so. Panama's got the ball, and they're going to go to the corner. There's not a soul around them. He's going to ling off at least a minute and a half. He's going to go sit in the corner here. He's going to shield the ball. He's going to try to roll. What a terrible roll. All right, here they go. Can we build an attack? I don't know what the one center back's doing. Nope, he passed it right to Panama. He's going to wait for a foul. No foul given. And we got to steal. We got to break. And then Panama takes another tackle. That's going to be a card immediately. Just tripped him. Yeah, he did his job. Professional tackle there. Yeah. See, that part I hate. I mean, to me, like, oh, that's a yellow card. No, that should be a red. The guy's running down the field by himself. He's about to go over to a break. You don't get many goals in there. You shouldn't just be allowed, oh, I just tackled him. I grabbed him. I threw him on the ground. I tripped him. I used to hate that. I didn't do that at all when they were playing.
It'd be like in hockey. If the guy's breaking out and you
get a break
down, you get a shot.
Yep. So that's the way US has it in the box. Another tackle outside the box. This is gonna be a free kick. Another yellow card. Panama's just running him out. Get your ass up. I don't care if you're hurt. You grab your own player's opponent, get them up, shut up. Come on, Western McKinney, let's go. Time is an issue.
Well,
yes, it's added on, but it never always gets added on exactly. So somebody pull his ass up and let's go.
It's now 8-0 Toronto.
Yeah. Well, that's a loss.
They might just be gonna let Rodon stay and get wrecked.
Everybody's up. This is what you love. The goalie's up for the free kick, trying to see if he can get in the box and get his head on one. The big fella. Ball's into play. It's a good ball, and it's well over the net. Really struck terribly. Chris Richards just absolutely ruins his spot. 3 guys are grounding. Somebody from Panama is going to grab their ankle here in a second. He's going to be hurt for at least a minute. Got 30 seconds left, most likely. Probably more like a minute with the rolling on the ground. 2 fouls. Should be added on, so he should be able to get to the 94-30 minute, but we'll see. Richards went up. Terrible form. There's no way he's ever going to get his head on that and head that downward. He heads it straight up into the sky. Yep. Landing down on. Oh, look, the center back just passed it right back to Panama. All right, now they got to go change. Go try not to foul. He's going to go run away from the team. Terrible dribble by him, but they gave him a foul. Oh, don't worry, he's dead. Yep, there's his ankle rolling around. Someone shot him. Josh Sargent. That's a bad play.
They need some of that. They need some of that special spray.
Yeah, but you won't put. They don't let the guys come on the field to spray anymore. They do that on the sideline now, and that's the game. And the ref blows the whistle early. USA loses a game they were not expected to lose. They have to beat one of the better teams in South America and Uruguay. So, because most likely Panama will take care of Bolivia. And if they do, the U.S. will be going home in Copa America. Who, don't worry, Neymar is the one that said he was a little worried that the U.S. could make some noise in this tournament. What we know is basically Neymar has no clue what he's talking about. But really, I mean, this is the one issue with soccer was you got a red card. You had to play the whole game, a man down. So let's look to see if we got any props. We got the Aces up 7 at the half. Live player props. We got Fat Country Girl, Big Country, Stephanie Dolson for 20 points. Atkins for 20 points. Van Loo for 20 points. She's not going to score 20 points. Trying to see what people have. The Orioles are up big, 8-1. Texas has got 2 men on here. Chance to try to get back in the game and get my players some much-needed points. Harris has got 13. Bonner's got 15. Bonner getting 25 points is not a bad bet. A really good, strong pair that she turns around and probably gets 25 points. I mean, that's 10 points for the second half. She's their main scorer. She was averaging 17 points, and then she had 2 games where she had struggled to get 15. She got that in the first half. Shows, and the Mystics aren't playing any defense anytime soon. First quarter was 53. Second quarter was 43. I mean, I know the Sun are going to come back here and try to stress defense, but the third quarter is 37.5. I'm going to take 37.5. I think 38 points for a quarter with the Mystics is just way too low, even if the Suns come in here and lock them down. Kind of like that number. Aces easily going over. They're rolling their team. All right. Are we taking Cleveland here?
Yep.
Okay. Taking Cleveland on the line.
Yeah, if you took the Reds, they're up 1-0.
I did not, but I was very happy to see Novella Marte was surprisingly activated today.
Yep.
Not only activated, then immediately thrown in the starting lineup.
Yeah,
The only issue is batting like 170 down in the minors. So hopefully that was just to him getting some cobwebs off.
Yeah, I think he'll be fine.
I mean, I love that guy. I mean,
Yep.
He I was kind of waiting for him, kind of biding my time, and there's so many
Ellie, right?
prospects that we're trying to figure out how to get them and try to find a roster spot on your team. That's the biggest issue that we're going through. Yeah, so let's go ahead. We're gonna put Cleveland. I'll throw that one on the banner. We still got plenty of time till the CFL game that comes on. Still think it's. Have you taken any NFL futures yet? Or are you just waiting?
No, ESPN doesn't have much, and I haven't really looked. That was weird. Like I just happened to look earlier. They had some weird special. It says Saquon Barkley to record this. They have 2 football specials. Saquon Barkley to record over 100.5 rushing plus receiving yards in each game versus Dallas Cowboys in 2024 season.
All right, thanks, Swati. Appreciate it. Yep. Swati saying what's up, but he's tired. He's going to bed. Yeah, we had some technical difficulties here that I wasn't able to work out yet, but I'll work out on the off time. So, yep. Oh, getting ready to have a week off, and not for me, but my wife is going to a wedding in Colorado. So,
oh, nice.
I am on dog duty for her sister-in-law, and my daughter.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah, it's one of those things, like, I don't know if you know this in Colorado, but you can actually marry yourself, meaning you don't have to have an aficionado. My wife likes to tell me, you got to clarify that. That doesn't mean they can stand by them. He can stand by himself with only himself and say you're not married.
Right.
Him and his wife can walk into a field in Colorado and say, will you? Yes. All right. And then go get a marriage license.
You don't have to have it.
How is it Burkholder's fault, though? I mean, the biggest question on that is still Timothy Weah. You can't make that tackle. You just can't. You can't go in there reckless and make that tackle. Sky come out. They've had 4 chances here at the bucket. Now 5. They keep getting offensive rebounds and can't score. So 0 for 5 here for the Sky's first possession. They did manage to take 30 seconds off, but missed every time. So Nathan McKinnon has won the Hart Trophy. If you didn't know, the awards ceremony is going on right now.
Oh, nice. How about
you have any future?
How about McDavid winning Conn Smythe? That's interesting.
You got to understand one thing. Conn Smythe is different than any other award out there.
I get that, but
it's the whole play.
What were the numbers like? 20. It was like 24 or 20, 23 of the last 25 have been the goalie for the Stanley Cup champions have won it or something like that.
Yeah, but couple things it goes. One, the vote has to be in at 10 minutes of the third period.
In Game 7?
Yep. And whatever the last vote is, that's what the vote essentially goes through.
What's up, Ben?
What's up, Ben? Ben, you got a really good fantasy team. At least one team you root for this week of the year may actually win in the fall. But it's good to see you, Ben.
We're not giving out any trophies just yet.
It is a playoff award.
Yeah, the full playoffs, right?
Yes. which is a little bit different than like
It
everybody's
is.
like what's the NBA. But I mean, you talk about that because everybody goes through and like Jaylen Brown won the MVP for the NBA playoffs with less stats. But if you watch the game, Jaylen Brown had a bigger impact in most of the bigger games that mattered.
Yeah.
I mean, Tatum got some stats in some games that like didn't matter at all, and especially down the stretch was kind of invisible. So,
Yeah, it was just kind of surprising. I mean,
the fact that it was
Bobrovsky
never
was
ever like when you looked at the final vote, Bobrovsky was never even in there. He was even in the top 4 guys.
well, I mean, he was the reason they won the first 3 games, but he was also the reason they lost the 4,
The
5,
next 3. Yes.
Yeah.
Is the reason he lost 3. So that's obviously come into play. You also got to look at how many people watched the earlier games that were looking at it. They're going to look at the stats. They're going to say McDavid has all these goals and all these assists. The guy that was really surprisingly was I had a 350-1 ticket on Draisaitl to win the Conn Smythe, and he was complete no-show in the Stanley Cup. He had to be hurt or something because he got to the finals and just did nothing. Couldn't shoot. Couldn't pass.
I didn't. Honestly, I thought Edmonton might get a game or 2. They got on a roll. They got on a roll there. 4, 5, and 6. I mean, honestly, they should have won Game 3. If they win Game 3, they probably win the cup, I would imagine. Of course, maybe they don't. It's hard to predict what happens. It's not like you can say they win Game 3 and then they're going to win. They're going to win 4, 5, 6 because they won 4, 5, 6. It might,
Yeah,
I don't know. My wife was rooting for the Panthers. I'm glad the Panthers won. I was cheering for Edmonton after the Panthers went up 3-0. I was cheering for Edmonton because I just wanted to see more games. I don't really care who won. Like, I just wanted to see more games. So really, it was optimal for me because we got a 7-game series and the Panthers won, which is what she wanted.
But I mean, it basically came down to real quick. If you want the over, you took Edmonton on the money line with the over. If you wanted the under, you took Florida with there. And it was always going to be a question. Bobrovsky's not going to be bad for 4 straight games. Unless they 100% found something out that he wasn't doing well. He wasn't going to be terrible 4 straight games. And really, the 6th game, he wasn't terrible. They gave him what, 2, 3 empty netters at the end of the game. That's the only reason it went over.
Right.
It was at Edmonton, so they managed to be able to pull it out. All right, we have a Sky coming back here, going on a 7-0 run to start the 3rd quarter. Aces call timeout. Yeah, I haven't got a chance. I was just going to look at that. I kind of do agree with G, so I'm going to give him his credit with their Uruguay should beat Bolivia. My only worry is that they kind of take it easy since they know they don't. With the USA loss, I mean, they're through. If they win the game, they're through. So it's not really tremendous motivation here to beat the shit out of them, but they will probably beat the shit out of them. I do agree with that. So, So what was your take on the trade by the Spurs acquiring a pick and 6 years later? So you had the draft and you traded it for a 1st round in 2030.
The team might not even exist in 2030.
Well, with
the
WNBA,
NBA might not exist in 2030.
I doubt that, but yeah, I
never know. It's 6 years.
It is kind of just crazy to go. Yeah.
I mean, Think backwards. Think backwards from right now, 6 years, 2018. What all has happened since 2018? A lot. So you never know.
I mean, it's crazy. FSU won an ACC
AI
championship.
could take over.
I mean, FSU won an ACC championship. Ohio State paying everybody, and now legally allowed to pay everybody.
Yeah, buddy.
You have college football playoff coming up. That has changed. You have players now splitting a kitty where they're all getting paid to play every sport, including women's wrestling. Is going to be getting a kitty at college campuses.
How about what was wild? I mean, we obviously haven't been on in a while. This happened a while ago, but like, I mean, I get that that the WNBA doesn't make any money and nobody goes to these games and all this other stuff.
Actually, they're breaking their attendance by
now
over times this year.
Now because of like Caitlin Clark and everybody flipped out about she was made. What was her contract? Like $70,000 or something like that. Isn't that crazy? And they're flying commercial. When I found out about that, I'm like, wait, what? What is happening here?
They don't make it. Yes, the NBA has been subsidized for years, but you want to make the number there. So they have the highest attendance they've ever had.
Sure. Now they do. Yeah.
Over their attendance that they've had. TV ratings have been the highest rated things.
Yep.
But here's the issue with the WNBA. They're estimated to lose, on average, they've lost $10 million every year, which the NBA has picked up. Okay? This year, the estimate that came in, and this was just in the Athletic last week, they're estimated with all this attendance and all this better ratings, they're going to lose $50 million this year. Now, the reason for that is TV deals, hands deals are not as good as they want. The good news, though, they're going to have good attendance and they'll have good TV ratings, and they're working on a new TV deal, which that deal the NBA is shopping as a package.
Right.
Which means you want the NBA, you're also getting the WNBA. And there's a fee for it.
I mean, I get it. Like it makes sense. It makes sense, but it was shocking to me to find out how little they were making. It was wild. I mean, obviously, everybody, there was this big outrage. Caitlin Clark's basically, the joke was Caitlin Clark's college career is over, so now she basically is irrelevant because the WNBA is irrelevant. Like, that was the joke, right? And then when you found out, like, all this stuff came out about how they fly commercial, they don't make any money, blah, 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 nobody goes to the games. I see people, especially women and guys that have daughters and stuff, they're rallying to support the WNBA. So it's been a positive thing for the WNBA. It was really crazy to me to think the WNBA has been around for what, like 20 years or more, hasn't it?
Yeah, it's they've been passing thing for over 20 years. That's part of their commercial is actually great. The one that talks about the W. We've been around for 20 years to go through this, and they're expanding. They have they have expansion franchise coming next year. They got another expansion franchise coming the year after that.
Well, Cleveland had a WNBA team. I think they were one of the originals. They're gone now, but they had one, I think.
So it's there we go, Carrington. Big 3 by Carrington. Needed that. We need those points. There's nothing else on. It's nice to watch. I mean, I watch it because to me, if you look at what I did the first half of the month, now I am kind of looking into this thing because I haven't ever really thought about that. Is the time of the month and how that kind of affects the teams, but going into those games, besides the week that should be the week that they're having their flow period, I was up 35 units. I went back down to 28 units for June, but in the WNBA, but I got killed last week. I lost 7 bets on Sunday. But other than that, I like it because I always sit there and say, it doesn't matter at all what you bet, what you give, what you there, if you have an edge. And I believe the books do not watch the WNBA as much as you should. Like,
Sure.
I was betting Angel Reese double. She's probably my most profitable bet this entire year. I bet every single game double. Why? Because she's on the floor a lot. She gets enough points to get the 10 points, but she's always going after the glass. They miss a ton of shots. They let her go get the rebound. Any missed free throw is an Angel Reese rebound. And these girls miss free throws all the time. And they airball shots and they go for it. If you go after, if you give any energy, you would be able to get a rebound. So getting 10 rebounds, I don't think is difficult in WNBA if you're tall. If you're tall and athletic and you can move, you're gonna get a read. Like Camila Cardosa at 6'8" is up there with the 3rd tallest player in the WNBA. She barely gets 6 rebounds. Why? Because she doesn't really move. If the ball hits to where she's standing, when her hands go up, she gets the rebound. She also doesn't play a ton of minutes like Angel Reese does. So it's kind of there. Sky are actually playing their best game that I've seen in a long time. They're actually only down 4, which is not good for us. But and playing some tough D. How is that not a foul? 2 people are on the ground crying in pain. The girl missed the layup. There. By the way, Angel Wilson already got a 15. We're just working on the other people. Speaking of Angel Reese, there's Angel Reese inside. She goes right at the person's hands every time. Like Angel Reese gets her double by getting to the free throw line, not by generally scoring. She'll get 4 out of those 10 points will come for the free throw line. On shots that you look, and most likely she had 0 chance to ever make anyway. But she just takes her hand, smacks it right into the other girl's hand. And I was like, oh, look, here, it's a foul. And she gets that call all the time. So that's my whole thing with the W. It's my whole thing with CFL. They don't monitor CFL. So there are things you could take that are big time easy to take.
Right.
Quarterbacks who take 2 or 3 touchdowns a game and they give you plus over 1.5 at minus 110. Like, okay, I'll take that.
That was the same thing with KBO for a while.
Yeah, I mean KBO Summer League. I can't wait for Summer League. I wait for all those basketball things that are great because you can manipulate them.
Yep.
How do you bet Summer League? Which team had the most draft picks that were high? They're not running out second guys that had a pick last year that's going to play. And he'll dominate Summer League. If you look at the rounder that played last year that is going to play in Summer League this year will be a 15, 20-point scorer. Then you have guys who are just scoring. Like Dalton Neck's going to score 100 points for the Lakers. I mean, he's going to. He's probably going to give up 100 points on the other end, but he's going to score 100 points. Or the Knicks. You looked at the Knicks. Knicks are going to have 3 first-round picks. The Wizards had 3 first-round picks. I'm going to be all over Wizards games. Vucevic is going to play. I mean, they've got a ton of guys that they're going to run out there. I'll look at the rosters and say, okay, who doesn't have the most restrictive free agents? Who have guys who are going to score? And there's ways you can beat those leagues. How do you beat the Fever? They play 0 defense. Every single team that they play, all of a sudden, their guys score more points. The books have finally started carrying up. There was 5 games that I was able to bet Caitlin Clark 4 rebounds, 6 assists, and get plus money. Those are all numbers on each. Those 2 added up should not be plus. When she averages 4.5 rebounds and over 6.5 assists, you shouldn't be able to take, okay, I'm going to take a half of that. Then I got plus money. She doesn't always get her points, but now she'll get her points tonight. because Stormer, it's going to be a pretty good game. We're going to have some plays on that. We'll talk about that a little later. We've got some time. It's not till 10 o'clock. So, I mean, I just look wherever I can find. Oh, Angel Reese just blew a bunny. It's amazing how much these girls blow laughs. That's the one thing when you watch the WNBA, you're like, oh, all right. Everything's an underhand scoop, except the really good players. And Asia's unguardable in this league. I know you don't. You at least should know who Asia Wilson is. Asia Wilson has her 25 points, and Jackie Young has her 20. And Carter has her 16, so there's your plus 165. So we like to say, all right, that's too weak. I got to do something. Give me 1 second.
Yeah, Gerardo. I'm the same. I haven't had any time for. I haven't barely had any time for baseball, so I really haven't had any time for KBO. The baseball that I have been betting has been pretty solid, actually. It's just taking plus money. I mean, if you're over 50% with plus money,
well, it's like I keep taking Gunner over 0.5 hits and throwing them with Volpe over a hit, or guys who are getting consistently a hit a game.
Yep. Yeah, we were doing that. We were doing that last year with the. If you take your team that you got a team that you like that's minus 150 or better, and pair them with a guy that parlay that with a guy to get a hit or whatever over 1.5 total bases or half total bases.
Look, the Orioles tonight. It was Gunner 1 hit and Orioles money line.
Yep.
Gets it out. I don't like paying juice. Everybody knows that. So here, because I've been told it was weak. All right, ring that bell before my wife kills me.
I think the issue I have, I think where I kind of flaked out on KBO was that the stream, the stream that I had that I was watching it on, got shut down. I can't watch it anymore. I haven't tried this year, but I couldn't watch it anymore. And
I used to watch everything on ViPro, and I couldn't watch anything on ViPro anymore.
Yeah, I haven't tried to find it this year, but I was watching KBO and MPB pretty regularly because it's a good watch. I think it's a good watch. I enjoyed it. Yeah,
I've even watched the Mexico games with Trevor Bauer.
With Trevor Bauer, yeah, a little bit.
Those are a little hilarious. He's just so much better than all those guys. He knows he's out there. I'm surprised he doesn't have the keel in one hand going, all right, here we go. Let's go to the next guy.
It's like Kenny Powers.
Yeah.
You ever watch that? Eastbound and Down?
Yes.
It's like Kenny Powers, La Flama Blanca. KBO was always kind of weird too because the prices on those games would be wild. The totals would be 8, 9, 10, and they'd either score 2 runs or they score 20 runs. It would just be the numbers weren't sharp at all. But you had the greatest thing side.
The greatest thing with KBO is once you got to the 7th inning, it's just take the over. Just take the over.
Yeah, it's gonna be a train wreck. Usually, that was the thing. You could bet on if you saw American or Hispanic pitchers, starters, they were always real good because they were just over there, kind of at the end of their career or whatever, trying to I remember what was it, Flexen? Chris Flexen a couple years ago was like the best pitcher in KBO. And just bet his games. Like it was real easy, but then the books figured out, look, all these people in the United States are just betting the Americans or the Spanish pitchers or whatever, so then the prices got ridiculous.
All right, so Carrington's up to 10 points now. So we only need 2 points from Carrington. We cashed Harris. Thomas's double is going to probably be a loser. We hit the first 3 points. Reese has got 8 rebounds, so that's a good. The Aces have rebounded. They're back up 9. We cashed the Asia Young Carter 165 parlay. The third quarter doesn't look really good right now. We only got 21 points. This is why the Sun are back leading. That was my worry. They were actually going to turn around and play defense. So other than that, we are still looking pretty good. The Yankees are getting their ass kicked. The Orioles are getting their ass kicked. Texas keeps getting 2 men on and can't score any runs. Cincy got their second run. Their second run scored by Jonathan India has been pulled for some reason.
Jonathan India got the RBI.
He got pulled in the second inning.
He doubled. He might have got hurt on it though.
Yeah. Jonathan India's hitting 385 in the month of June. Somebody has him in our league. I can't remember who. But he got the RBI. Yep. Will Benson got the run coming in. Cleveland and Kansas City are completely still tied. Zip. Yankees have not mustered anything versus Toronto. They're still only has the 1 hit, which of course is by Anthony Volpe.
Well, they're this is a new series then, because they just got the shit kicked out of them by the Mets.
Yep.
Man.
So Seager's on with 2 men on.
The Mets
Seaman
have been.
and Vargas are on right now. Every guy in Texas except for Langford and Lowe has a hit, and they only put up 1 run. But Burns is still pitching here in the 7th, so hopefully he gets rocked here. I got a tech called here against Connecticut, so maybe if they can get 17 more of these. Don't worry, they missed the tech. All right, who's up? And that's the end of the inning. And once again, Texas doesn't get any runs with 2 men on.
Are you on Texas?
No.
But
I have half the players in Texas in fantasy.
Right.
I've got Langford, Garcia, and Josh Smith now. Josh Smith filling in for Sterling Marte, who I think is going to get his season's probably going to be done.
Oh, you picked up Marte.
Yep. Reese misses the layup. All right, the Aces come back. Kelsey Plum, in and out dribble, little hesitation. Hezzy into the lane, turnaround jumper is wet. There we go. Aces up 13 now.
Sorry, I'm eating here.
Oh, you're all right. Oh, Asia Thomas does have 4 rebounds and 5 assists, so we're not dead on the Thomas double yet. It would be a weird 4th quarter double, but stranger things have happened for the Mystics. And there's another rebound. And there goes Carrington, and she blew the bunny. Come on, Carrington, 2 points. You and your tie-dye hair, get your butt in there and get a layup. Yeah. Melvin, who averaged 2 points the previous game, went for 21 the next game. And now this game, she's scoring again. So now she's got 8. She's over there. We got a tie game, 60-60. Nobody knows that the Sun wants to win. Sun went from the best team in the league to struggling against the 3rd worst. Bonner decides to shoot a 19-footer, and she hits it. There you go. Big basket there. You go. All right, hit some threes here. Can we
And
get
the
11
craziest,
40 seconds?
the craziest story of the night: the Marlins have taken the lead over the Phillies. Marlins were plus 2.5 on the run line, and they were, I think they were like plus 220 on the money line.
I mean, the Marlins got 28 wins now.
They suck. They suck.
Well, I mean,
The
how
problem
many
is you can't bet
teams
against
would
them.
suck if your 5 starting pitchers are all on the IL? Not that they have
Yeah,
any.
but they gave up on the season like 5 games in.
I agree with that. I do agree. But what's the benefit? You're not going to get anything. Like, to me, does the White Sox have the second best rotation in the majors? Their rotation is sick. They just can't score any runs. Orioles scored another run. 9-1. Of course, it was Adley. Damn it. He's going to be getting all these points. Brianna James. All right, it's 3-point game here. Melvin, once again, our 3-game wonder, hits another shot. She hit a jump. She had a sidestep pull-up shot. Again, Melbourne is unconscious. And before that, she averaged 2 points. Last 2 games, 15. That's the one thing that does piss me off, the WA. The books don't give you everybody.
Yeah.
So me and KG talk about that all the time. For whatever reason, you don't get everybody. You should at least get the starters, and you don't.
Yeah, it's kind of the same thing with baseball. I've gone through and been trying to find certain guys, and you don't get you don't get everybody.
Yeah. So with the technical foul, we do end up with 34 points, not 37. So that loses. All right. So moving on. Oh. Got CFL at, what did I say, 9 or was that 10? I think it was 10, wasn't it? Yeah, that was 10. We got the last WNBA game at 10. Whoever does their schedule should be shot. But yeah. Philly tied it, by the way. You did hear me, right?
What's that?
Ball made a sacrifice fly, and Trey Turner comes in to score.
You say Philly tied?
Yep. Aces are up 15 now. I am leaning here, taking the Mystics at 5.5. They have shown that they're going to stay in this game. I'm going to take it with Boston 15 points because I'm going to bet Boston anyway. Or I'll take it with Boston. I probably should really take it with Diggins Smith, but I'll take it with Boston. I'm fine with that. I do love how it's funny how these girls actually like put on full makeup to go play a basketball game. Like we're not supposed to think anything of it, but you are in a full makeup and you're trying to play basketball.
Huh.
Just wanted to make sure I got that right, what you were attempting to do tonight. When you walked out of your house or out of the locker room, you knew you were playing basketball.
Right.
You got eyelash makeup on. Kelsey Plum just hit a deep 3. Now they're up 18. Kennedy Carter's going to throw it down to Cardosa. She's going to get double teamed. The other girl's open on the back door. And an easy backdoor layup for the Sky. Reese has got 11 and 8. So if you took her double, which by the way, she now has 9 straight doubles, going into the 10 straight doubles, and she gets 2 points. But that was my thought I left over there. They let you take Angel Reese double-double at plus money for 6 straight games. There's no player in the NBA who had a double-double in this by the 4th game. That'd be minus 150. And not only was it plus money, if you look at the thing, I hit plus 320, plus 260, plus 230. I thought for sure it wasn't going to be down, and then it was plus 150. And I was like, all right, you want to just keep getting this? I'm going to bet this. And I bet it even now that it's minus 175, but I take it as a parlay. I don't give it as a play because, I don't give anything under minus 140 out of the play.
Right.
But I'll take it personally. And she needs 2 rebounds here. So as soon as she gets done with her makeup, she'll be able to get on the glass and get 2 rebounds here. Well, there's her 9th rebound. So we need 1 more.
Back-to-back doubles for the Reds. Another run. 3-0.
Come on, was it Marte?
No, he's up right now.
It was Marte. Marte got the RBI.
I'm watching. Well, I mean, he's up right now, so maybe I'm behind. I'm probably behind.
He's the second double. Martini got the first double. Marte got the second double.
No, Spencer Steer doubled. Spencer Steer doubled first. So it must be back to back.
No, they got Spencer Steer. Oh, he doubled. Yeah,
right.
He doubled. Martini doubled, and Marte doubled. Okay, yeah, you're behind. Marte got his first RBI. There you go, Marte. Way to go. Way to welcome to my team.
4-0.
4-0. I should have took the Reds. Should have failed. Hey, the Yankees got a run.
You should have taken the Reds because I gave the Reds.
I didn't see that. I was running around doing everything, trying to figure out how to listen.
Well, I put it in the chat even though we weren't live.
Yeah, that was hilarious. That was so bad. Sorry, G. I really apologize about that. Oh. There we go. See, Washington's got to play around here. They're staying in this game.
Yankees scored 2. 8-2.
Yep. Would she step out? Marlins took the lead back. Another run by the Reds. Benson. It's you get a double. I get a double. We get a double. Nah, it's sacrifice fly. But Marte scores. He gets a run in RBI in his major league debut in 2024. There we go. We will take it. Novella Marte. I do have a problem, though. Do you know what my problem is? I'm gonna have too many third basemen. Josh Jung's back in a week. So if you need a third baseman, hit me up. We can have a discussion. I've got several third basemen. Ellie De La Cruz. Don't call me on that. See, even Rich's dog is barking and saying, no, he shouldn't be available either.
Sacrifice fly, 5-0 Reds.
Yeah, that's how Marte scored. You are so far behind.
Well,
are you watching on MLB?
No, it's on whatever, some stream.
All right, so for Father's Day, I told my dad because of the whole contract thing, he lost for Comcast and Bally Sports. So he lost the Rays. So then we lock up, and we're like, okay, well, we'll do MLB. And MLB said that you won't be able to get the home games, but you'll be able to get the away games, right? And sign them up Father's Day, goes through, talk to them and say, and here's the first away game. And they're like, no, it's not. It's blacked out. And we're like, okay, maybe because the game's supposed to be on Apple TV, that's why it's blacked out. Kind of your partner time deal. Next game's blacked out. Next game's blacked out. Like, what is this? And they're like, oh, it's your zip code. And I was like, so what's the point? They're like, you can catch every game except the one in your local area. And I was like, not every game should be blacked out.
Exactly.
No game on the road should be blacked out. It doesn't matter what zip code I'm in.
Nope, and they do that.
And yeah, and I was like, well, cancel this.
Yep. Yep.
As
They
I
do
do.
that because I tried MLB TV, and
Yeah.
theoretically, the only games that should be blacked out are Cleveland at home and Pittsburgh at home. Those are the only games I shouldn't get. I don't get. I can't get Cleveland or Pittsburgh ever. No, it doesn't matter where they're at.
Yep. That's it. It makes no sense. They're like, well,
The
then you can go to
hockey is the
Fubu
same
TV.
way.
Fubu TV gives you Bally Sports,
Yeah.
and it comes in at $279 a month because it's basically internet cable. We finally figured out that we could get Bally Sports on the Samsung TV, and we could just spend $30 to do that. So that's what we've ended up doing. So might be an option. Oh, come on, son. Falling apart here. Getting backdoored. Reese has got 11 and 9. Cardoso, like I said, tallest girl on the court, has got 5 and 6. Carter's got 20. Mabry's got 21. Asia's got 29. Young's got 20. Plum's got 15. Gray's got 8. Up 14 by the Aces. The Sun are down 4. Bonner's got 20. Harris has got 17. Dolson, Big Country's got 16. Atkins, their best scorer's got 8. Melbourne, who somehow has found the fountain of youth and somehow has turned into a solid scorer here at, well, not really the fountain of youth, she's 21. Finally getting playing time, I guess, and is better than her 2-point average. As she continues to hit 80% from the field and has 10 points. Angel Reese is yelling and complaining to the ref, down 14. Sun have cut it to 1. There we go. Nine to 1, 8 to 2, 5 to nothing. Cleveland's at 0-0. Anything on the late games? Copa America's getting ready to start here at 9 o'clock. Uruguay is a couple goal favorite. I know you took the over 2.75 because you think you're going to win. What was Uruguay on the minus 1.5?
Yeah, I didn't have anything on the last couple MLB games.
What's the CFL line? I will say FanDuel makes it a very fun way to try to find the CFL lines. I was going to really get into this at 9 o'clock. Really go to the game.
I've got.
Looks like 6.5.
BC minus 6.5.
Yeah.
Total 52.5.
Oh, she missed 3. $74, $75. I love the stats here. It's like Mystics holding up Bonner's 22 points. It's a 1-point game. I'm not really sure they're holding them up.
Right.
Thomas has got 5, 5, and 6. She's trying to tease us here, but she does every game with the triple-double. I can't watch the games at MLB, so I got an IPTV Pass service and pay $10 a month. ITT includes MLB Pass where I can watch Dodgers games. Okay, interesting. What is an IPTV service? Assume it's some kind of online app?
Internet pay TV.
Okay.
It's like Fire Stick or something similar. And that's how I stream the baseball games too.
Okay.
I mean, I would gladly pay for an MLB service that got me all the games.
Yes.
I have no problem with that. I have a problem with not being able to get my home team. Like, the MLB is the worst promoter of their own product. Like, restricting how people can watch, and their TV deals are ridiculous. Like, just the way they want to get people to the ballparks, but they're not understanding. People don't want to go to the games. Like I don't want to go to every game. It's an hour and 20-minute drive for me. I don't want to do that.
Yeah, especially the resale value and the Orioles Phillies games, nosebleed seats that are $12 tickets, we're selling for $140.
Weeknight game starts at 6 o'clock. I work till 5, or it starts at 7 o'clock and then it's over at 10, and then I got to drive home and it's midnight before I'm home or later. Like it's just not. It's not feasible. Like they have to understand. People don't want to go to the games. They want to watch them. And they will pay for them, but they want all of the games. They don't want not their home. Like it's the dumbest thing ever.
Correct. I'm not watching because I'm a fan of baseball. I'm watching it so I can watch my team. Yeah.
I mean, I am a fan of baseball, and I'll watch other games besides my team. But I want my game. I want my team's games too. Like,
yes,
that's number one. That's the number one requirement.
I'll watch. When I say I don't watch my team, so I watch the Orioles, but I'm not normally going to watch a whole game. I watch the Rays a whole game, which you got to tell you, there's nothing more boring than a team that can't score and a team that makes very interesting pitching decisions. All right, it's her 10th straight double-double. So she needs one more rebound to cash here. As the Aces are doing their best to try to give up this 10.5 here. They went from 15 to 10. And they just take some really bad shots. Finally get a miss here. Chelsea Gray, come on, we need a bucket. Need a bucket. Don't want to be backdoored. There we go. No, you almost threw it away. Mystics are up 3 here with 5 minutes to go. It's anybody's game. Mystics are up 4. There you go. We need a bucket. There's a bucket. We're up 12. But we also need a Reese rebound, so it's kind of odd. We need a bucket, but we need a miss too. We want Reese to get her points on the offensive rebound. Oh, she got the 11th? CBS only has over 10. Let me see what Fox has. Because that's the other thing. Depending on which app you're in, will sometimes give you different stats. Like, I celebrated the double-double that she didn't have. She eventually got, but shit. All right, so Fox says we've already cashed the 10.5. So we could get to go with a. All right. There we go. We get another casher for the day. Yeah, ESPN shows 11. Fox shows 11. I guess CBS is just a little behind. There's the 11 on CBS. So that's the 10.5 for Asia Reese. And it's a 13-point game. Trying to see 11-point game again. They're trying to make a sweat for this 10.5. All right. Well, the Mystics pass the ball right to the sun. Our girl Taisha Harris goes straight up. Thomas runs into player. And Big Country is called for the block. And Alyssa Thomas just hurt her arm. It looks like she's okay. Dolson says she ran through. She backed off. This is probably going to be a challenge. Big Country. No, she got hit first and then jumped backwards. Sorry. Nice try, Big Country. That's a foul. The only issue with this thing is Elisa Thomas shoots free throws one-handed. And I think shoots them at the same rate as Milo shooting free throws. Misses the first one. She absolutely is a terrible shooter. For someone who is the second leading person for a WNBA MVP, it's absolutely a terrible shot. The shot put, second one is good. So that she does manage to cut it to 3 points on the shot put. But the Mystics come down and score. They're trying to get a win here. Should be win number 5 versus a team that a week ago was 13-1. It's now 13-3. Looks like it's trying to go 13-4. All right, big country. The one girl falls down. It's a WNBA version of an alley-oop. She throws it down low, catches it in the air, and she flips it before the shot clock. All right, Aces are up 13. We've got 2 minutes and 29 seconds. Trying to see if they hold on to the 10.5. But if you tailed most of the plays, you're doing pretty good. Because besides Carrington, who, by the way, we just need one stinking basket, put the ball in the hoop, Carrington. Should have a chance here. Down 5. Leading guard should be able to get here and get some shots. As one of the better shooters on the team. So Bonner's got 22. Harris has got 20. Carrington's got 10. Kelsey Plum dribbling it around, up 13. Woo. Yeah, Miami took the lead again. Philly tied it, then Miami scored 2 more. Rangers got 1 more. St. Louis got 2.
Can't Arenado homered. Can't lay those big numbers. I mean, I saw 2.5, and I'm like, It was like, I think the Marlins were even. I think they were getting 2.5 runs, and they were. I think it was plus 110 on the 2.5.
All right.
It might not hit, but it's worth a shot.
I'm not getting that at 2.5. Are you getting Philly at 2.5?
Not right now. I'm talking pregame.
Yeah. Anytime it's 2.5, that's kind of like, really? You're getting Philly at 1.5 at plus 178 because it's the bottom of the 8th. You're getting Texas at plus 7.5 at minus 450. You're getting 5.5 with the Yankees. Boy, what did that? All right. Kennedy Carter fouls out. Ace is back up 14. Asia to the line, about to make it 15. She doesn't miss. Minute 26, up 15, trying to capture 10.5. All right, here we go, son. Fine. Carrington. Yep, Carrington off the screen is open. Doesn't get her the ball. Back screen comes around. Bonner throws up a terrible shot with a double pump and misses. I don't know why you shoot that at 3 minutes and 30 seconds. Still have time on the clock. Or he'll score again, make it 10-2. And an air ball on a shot clock violation. All right, we got a shot put 3 by the Sky. Yep, once again, trying to make this very interesting. 12-point game with 45 seconds. Do we get backdoored here? Are the Sky playing? Are the Aces just dribbling out the clock here? Nope. Looks like they're going to run a set. And they're going to shoot a 3. And she misses. Offensive rebound. AJ inside. Misses. No call that was done. Looks like it. Hold on. Are the Sky going to run a set here? Or are they just going to dribble it out? Looks like she's just dribbling it out. She's trying to tell Chelsea Gray, just back up. We're not doing anything. But Angel Reese came to run a screen. And she tried to run a play with 1 second on the shot clock. and thought she was going to get a screen and doesn't get a screen and just kind of then sits there and goes, okay, well, we're going to lose by 12. 2.2 seconds. We're about to get another winner. And the ace is called timeout with 2.2 seconds. What is the point of that? No, yeah, they just did their advance. All right, we get it. Aces minus 10.5. All right, the show's kicking ass. We're waiting to see if Carrington can figure out where the hoop is. She does have the ball. She gives it back up to Bonner. Bonner's going to take a really crappy shot again. Now she'll take a layup. There we go. Cuts it to 5. 2 minutes to go. Come on, Carrington. Come find the ball. I need to stop here, son. Need to stop. Oh, they throw it behind her. Carrington falls down. She gets back up. Dribbles off her foot. Asia Thomas gets the ball. Carrington's on the other side. Asia Thomas misses the layup. Thought she was going to get called. We'll sit there and yell at the ref. Should have just passed it over to Carrington and took the layup. Nobody's playing defense, and the girl drives right in. She gets it a wide open 3. Anybody playing defense? Oh, Thomas gets the rebound. There we go. Minute 30 left. 5-point game. Kick out to Carrington. Carrington for 3, and she misses. 5-point game. She had a good look. Hey, we're trying to ace. If we hit this, we almost basically hit every early bet on the WNBA.
Yeah.
I mean, well, we won't hit Thomas's double. But Thomas is trying. She's got 7, 6, and 5 right now. If this can get to overtime, she can get a treble. It only takes her like 8 shots to make 2 baskets.
Hmm.
So, score outside the penalty area. Look, Gerardo's getting really into this game here. He's trying to name his shot here for the Uruguay here. He's going, all right, he's going to score 44 feet from the back, from the goal, blindfolded on one leg while it's being held. By the way, Nunez just to score a goal is minus 125. Why wouldn't you just take that? Just want to let you know. Yeah. A minute 17 in this game. We need 2 points. 2. Just 2. Oh. All right. What else does the chat have? What does the chat want to talk about?
I think it's just us and Gerardo.
Oh, there's 4 people on.
Oh, is there? I don't know. I can't see it in the thing here. I never signed up for the StreamYard.
Yeah. I don't know what that was, but that was a shot, apparently. Now they're going to, yep. He's going to use his reset timeout, which they love to get the NBA. I just took it. It's minus 125 on FanDuel.
He's on Bovada.
You're on Bovada.
Yeah, they probably have shitty.
Big 3 by Connecticut. Who makes it? Bonner with the comeback.
It's true. The legal books versus the offshores are big difference.
Harris has got 20. 2-point game of 48 seconds. We're not dead yet. Come on, Carrington, get the steal. Send this to overtime. Then you got 5 minutes to get 2 points.
Would she only have 10?
And it's a tie ball game. It's a steal. They kick it out. Thomas is going down the game. We already know someone scored. We're just not sure where. They give it to Carrington. Carrington lays it in. Bam, baby. Another one. Ring the bell, ring the bell, ring the bell. There we go. 82-82. The Sun are back in it. The Mystics are going crazy. Not sure what to do. Losing teams don't know how to win. Carrington going to the line as well. Misses the free throw, but they get the steal. But no, they're calling it a foul. No, they're calling timeout. All right, Mystics have the ball. They're giving it to the Mystics. "24 seconds. Shot clock turned off. Mystics can hold for the last shot. You could take the Mystics right now at -104 if you took the Suns. They do have the ball. That is an added advantage. You could play have some real fun and take that like Skylar Diggins' 5.5 assists. You just take that for a smaller amount. We get plus 214 on that if you want to take that. So this is what they're reviewing, which would be big. So this is kind of waiting on the bet. But surprising, FanDuel still doesn't line up. So they tipped the ball out of the girl's hands right as she rebounded. But they gave the Mystics the reset timeout, which allows them the possession and to move the ball up to the mid part of the floor. However, that was like bang, bang. She did not have that enough to be able to call timeout. Should be Suns ball, but they're not. So it looks like the Mystics are going to have it. Big Country's telling the other girl, go around the screen. It's 24 seconds. Washington's best player has been flat today. The other best player they're not putting on the floor, Melbourne. No idea why, because their coach looks like he's the little kid of a coach. All right, here they come around the screen. They give it to the 4'4" Dynamo. Julie Van Loo. She's going to hold the ball till the clock goes. Mystics playing for the last shot here. Nothing beats the joy of WNBA basketball. Van Loo's at the logo. 6 seconds. Still hasn't made a move. 5 seconds. Makes her move. She gets it in. The 4'4" girl goes up for the layup. And they call her for an offensive foul with 1 second left. Not sure at all what the offensive foul was. She missed the shot anyway. But so the little kid, I swear, this Washington coach looks so. He looks like Stephen Gundy's like son. That would be my best bet. Yes. I don't know at all where the offensive foul was. I will agree with the Mystics coach. No chance of an offensive foul. There's no chance of a defensive foul either. But there's definitely no offensive foul. Also, you gave the ball to drive to the hoop. The smallest player on the floor, who's 4'4", who's a rookie.
The Cavs signed DJ Burns to the summer league roster.
We're going back. Oh, that'd be great. We're going to take DJ Burns rebounds.
2 hours ago.
He's never going to play in the NBA. He's just never going to play in the NBA.
Such a fun guy to watch.
Yeah, he is. He has a very big ass, which keeps the players away from him and allows him to get up that shot.
Yep.
He's not big. Here we go. 1 second. Carrington comes around the curl. Bonner gets the ball, shoots it at the top of the key, and it does not go in. And we're going to go to overtime. Elisa Thomas is still in play. The Sun are now minus 310. The Mystics are at plus 230 to advance. Do the Sun finally wake their ass up? That's the biggest question right now you have in the game. All right. Plays we've hit that have just been absolutely tremendous. Carrington, 11.5 rebounds. Aces minus 10.5. We hit that. We hit that with the first half as well if you took that. Aces come through. Aces come through. Aces come through. I've got a lot of things with aces. Asia 25, Reese 10, that goes through. Bonner 6, over 2.5, and Fleicher and Bjorn Jones. Asia and Jackie Young with Kennedy Carter. That's another bonus. 3+ points in the game. So right now, Carrington hits, Harris hits. Thomas double is now 100% in play. Thomas has 7.6 rebounds, 6 assists. So we've got a really good chance of that. Reese gets her 10.5. Asia hits. The 3-prime parlay hex. Cleveland money lines don't go. The only match we missed is the Suns' third quarter over 37.5. Kicking ass and calling names. That's the way we have. So we are going to move on to the 10 o'clock game. I did take Nunez anytime goal. I do kind of like that at minus 125. So I did take that. We are going to take Boston over 14.5 points. Do you guys want a big parlay? Do you want a big parlay, Rich? We're doing well, or do we keep it down? What do you think?
Well, you can go
big money line parlay.
You
Shoot
can
for
go
the moon.
quarter unit or half unit. You want?
Okay.
Depending on what the number is.
They allow there. So the Fever's one issue is their one big girl could score, Alyssa Boston. The issue is the person on Seattle, Ezzy McBeggar, can be dominate down low. And she can be dominate defense. So they've got her where you can take her to get 10 points. You can come back and take Ogumike to get 15, Clark to get 15, Kelsey Mitchell to get 15. We already took Boston before in a straight parlay, so I'm not going to add her into that one. But then I can turn around and I can go and take Clark for 2 threes. I can take Jewel Lloyd, who is going to score 100 points in this game. Yeah, we'll take Lloyd for 20. I'll take Clark for 4 rebounds. I'll take McBeggar for 8 rebounds. And then I'll finish it up by taking Clark 6 assists, Diggins 6 assists, and we'll roll out a plus 25-48. Does that work? All right, I will post that in the chat so everyone knows.
Post it in the chat. Yep.
Yep.
Are you doing? Is that a same game on that?
Yeah, same game parlay.
Okay. Cool. I'm always down for a good one of them. Marlon's about to blow up a lot of parlays.
Happens all the time.
7-4, bottom of the 9th.
All right. I will post this in the chat. We've got 53 minutes.
How the hell? The Cardinals have 2 runs and 1 freaking hit. That one hit was a home run.
Yeah, I did give this, so we got to go with this, and this is our other loss. All right, Connecticut Sun is up 2. Well, Mystics are going to take the lead. She gave her the too small signal. All right, here's where we go. Posting everything in the chat. All right. All right. Now the moonshot. All right, there you go. Plus 25.48. All right, that's our shoot for the moon, shot for the day.
Are you going to do that as a full unit?
I did.
Okay. And this is
I did because we've won all the other things, so I'm just
okay.
taking.
Yeah.
Out of a series of
this
strength.
That's the Fever and Storm game.
Yep.
Okay. Let's see if I can find these people. Beggar, Ogamike.
Yep.
Let's see. So these are all points. So Beggar, Clark. Oh, why do you have such a better number on that?
I'm taking all ones.
Oh, okay. I'm like, wait a minute, hold on. I get 3 points worse on that.
Yeah, we're taking all ones.
Okay.
Yep.
All right. Let's see. I don't know if I can do that here.
FanDuel allows you.
Let me see.
This is the longest thing I've ever seen in my life.
Mitchell. Lloyd.
All right, there's no more challenges here. WNBA, we're still finally out of this thing. They've only looked at this for like 8 hours. With the Mystics having a 1-point lead now. Even with the 1-point lead, they're only plus 120. So, I mean, we took the 3.5, 5.5 that we talked about. You're looking pretty good. If you haven't, it's not a bad number to get. Sun don't score consistently. All right. Get it to Jones. Carrington wide open for 3. Correct. Rebound by Thomas. Inside. No foul. Amazingly. There's 3 minutes still to go in this game. Thomas has got 7, 7, and 6 right now, trying to get our double the slow-ass way that's possible. Mystics doing the best job of basically trying to stand there in a circle. Yep. They end up giving up the ball. And there, hey, the Sun finally scored. There we go. The Sun are up 2. Down 2. The Mystics are plus 260. that shows you the book's confidence in the Mystics. And who else? Carrington was the one who hit the 3. Oh, and the Sun get another steal. This is why the Mystics were plus 260. And they're up 5 now. Once again, it was dribbled off their legs. Carrington comes down the court. Euro. There we go. Connecticut Sun are up 4. We're in overtime. I mean, the Mystics have dribbled off their feet at least 4 times. It is nuts. Has Cleveland scored yet?
Yeah, it's 1-0.
Hey, 1-0 Uruguay. Good job, Gerardo. Palestre scores.
Nice, Gerardo.
Facundo Palestre plays for Granado in La Liga. Well, there was no red card given. They have a chance. Yankees are down 9-2. Reds are up 9-2. Cleveland scored 1-0. They got a runner on third, 2 outs. Can they bring them home? Rich, can they?
Who's up? Naylor?
Let me check that. Josh Naylor.
Nice. So, yeah, probably.
Josh only batting .239. Not really doing well. Why did he struck out 1 time today?
He started real hot and then he slumped real bad.
Yeah.
Like he was batting like 280, 290, and then he was like in the 150, 175 for a while. And he's been back at it the last few weeks, 2-3 weeks.
Big 3 by Washington. The little dynamo. Van Loo hits the 3. They're down 1. All right, guess how many doubles the Reds have? Brianna Jones inside, doesn't get it. Alyssa Thomas gets the rebound. This is probably going to be elbows. Washington, her elbows hurting. How many doubles does the Reds have this game?
I mean, I watched them hit 3 in a row. So it's got to be at least 5 probably.
They've got 6 doubles by 6 different people.
I forget. I don't know if it was India or if it was Steer smashed one down the first baseline, and Goldschmidt was behind the bag and went to play it and hit the bag and bounced right over his head.
Yep. And India is out of this game. He got hurt in the second inning. The Reds are up 9-2. Toronto's up 9-2. Baltimore won 11-2. Not good for me. In the Battle of Texas versus Baltimore, I need Texas to compete. Erstad actually hit a home run. I'm sure Jack probably played him today too. Erstad had a big game, so he's probably all bitching and moaning. He had 2 threes, 2 for 3, 2 runs, 3 RBIs, 1 home run, 1 walk.
Yeah, you didn't see in the Discord?
I haven't gone in the Discord. I'm staying away.
Kerstad bomb. Also 2 hits, 3 RBIs. He made sure you knew, just in case you didn't.
Yeah, appreciate that.
Okay. We're going to the backup. We're going to the backup book here to see if I can get that WNBA.
Right.
It won't let me do. ESPN does not let you do alternates.
No, that doesn't. ESPN only allows regular.
Let's see.
If you wanted to take a regular, I can give you a regular.
I'm trying. It won't even let me. That's how dumb it is. It won't even let me do a same game parlay on that game. Like, even if I wanted to take, because I was going to take Caitlin Clark's stuff, it won't even let me take it.
Yeah, you got to ditch ESPN.
That's what I said. I'm probably not gonna use it for football. It's just working for now. Like I said, I'm still on my initial deposit that I bought in on.
Yep. As long as you're doing that, there's nothing wrong with that.
Let's see. Okay.
Big play by Connecticut. Bonner with the rebound.
I can do it on MGM. Let's do that. So let's see.
Carrington's carrying him. That's 3 threes for Carrington. Washington with the chance for a 3-point play. They keep getting plus 350, plus 360, down 1 point. There's the goal for Darwin Nunes. There's that minus 125. They'll take that. It's not bad. That's 2 goals for Uruguay. You need 1 more over for your over, at least for a half win. Yeah, you want them to get 3 in the first half. All right, Mystics cut it to 1. Again, like I said, I can't understand why the books would be like, oh, it's a 4-point game. We'll give you plus 300. Mystics had the ball. Why? 1-3, and it's a 1-point game. All right, we got 44 seconds here. Does Connecticut choke this away? That's basically the only question on this. Carrington should be the only one with the ball. Let's see what happens. They do. Instead, the girl that can't shoot has the ball. Harris throws it over to Thomas. Thomas technically travels, kicks it out to Carrington, and she finally does miss a shot. And the Mystics have the ball with 20 seconds. Let's see if Van Loo once again goes. They're going to have the ball with a chance to win it. 15 seconds. You're plus 182. That's what the books believe in the Wizard Mystics' chance to win this game. With the ball. Down 1. They call timeout when the team has had 3 turnovers trying to pass the ball in, when they had the ball out so they could have a reset. I don't understand that at all. They did change here. They run the slip screen here. Girl that never gets the ball has the ball. Here comes Atkins, their best player. They get a kick out to Walker Kimbrell, and she misses. She misses. Carrington, our favorite, gets the rebound. Carrington's going to go shoot free throws. She can at least shoot free throws. Got a wide open look. Good play. Just didn't hit it. Thomas has 8, 6, and 7. That girl just can't shoot. Watto in the nuke chat is going crazy because he had minus 4.5. Carrington hits the first one, makes it a 2-point game. Again, Book's still overreacting. Plus 1,400, down 3 points. You can take a tenth of a unit and take the 1,400. And if she hits a 3, it goes to overtime. and then hedge immediately. Here it goes. The dynamo from half court. It's good if it goes. It doesn't even hit any part of the rim. And the Sun win by 3. We don't get Alyssa Thomas. We have to finally give it a. All right, but we did hit Carrington. We hit Harris. We hit the 3 points. We hit Reese. He hit the Aces. We hit Asia. That was a nice 165. Cleveland's winning the game. We lose the Suns. We're probably lost the Yankees. And we've got a lot of good stuff going on there. We're going to have some CFL stuff we're going to take a look at. We're going to kind of move to that. Rich, can you hold off the fort 1 second while I go grab something to drink?
Yep.
All right. I will be right back. Where's everybody? It's doing well. 7 out of 9. Yes. They got here early. But the guy was cool enough. All right, make sure I turn the heat up since you guys are sleeping down here. What is what? I don't know. Probably the last thing you put in there.
You're not on mute, Pop.
What I would do, I would scoop that out and see if it's below that. And now, jelly itself lasts forever. So I can't believe that's. It has a date on it. You're so big on dates. I don't know. You have the lid right in front of you. This is not me. Where is everybody? Have you figured out how you're doing this? What? Okay. So when I play PlayStation, who's driving tomorrow? I will try to be nice. That's because you're taking up the rooms. There's the futon you can pull out of our room. You just need to find a place to put it. That is an option. If you want. I still watch TV in there at 1 o'clock. But it's very light. Just saying, you have options. Hey, he would like to know why he's outside. That affects the dog? How?
Goodbye.
Where's my kiss?
No, go away.
Why?
You have backwards headphones. You look like.
Somebody I'm trying to be?
He's really going to like when he comes back and realizes that he wasn't on mute.
Can he come in?
I have a question.
What?
Closet lights on. Past 2 days.
Okay, fine. Did you turn it off?
No, because I wanted to put it down to you.
Well, I turn yours off all the time.
No, he's not, Gerardo, and he obviously can't hear me.
All right. Let's see where we're at. Should have cash relief. All right. I do have one thing. I forgot to put myself on mute, didn't I?
Yep, you sure did. And I said a couple times, I'm like, hey, you're not on mute. I'm like, he clearly can't hear me, but he's really going to enjoy watching this back and listening to this conversation of him not on mute.
All right. Well, what mean things did you guys all say?
I just heard a conversation about a futon and something about jelly.
There were some things in the jelly. They were asking me if this was okay, and I said I would just take off it. It looks like whatever you scooped up last time just kind of got in the jelly, so I would just scoop that out. If it shows up again on the bottom, then yeah, there's something wrong with the jelly. If there's not, you're probably good to go, because jelly lasts forever.
Yeah.
And jelly is like an 18-month thing. So, all right. So we got CFL. Times the CFL game. That should be on CBS HD if you have it. Let me check. Right now, it's. I don't know how this station survives when it broadcasts cornhole. No. It used to always be on CBS HD. Instead, we got the cornhole championships. So it doesn't look like we're going to get to watch the CFL. You'll have to watch it the secret way. We'll just say that. Have you made any Olympic bets?
Nope.
So what's your take on the protest?
The river thing?
Yes.
I quite enjoyed it. I didn't think it was real. Well, it turns out it is very real. It is.
It is 100% real. It's 100% disgusting.
I think it's pretty funny. I don't think I would personally be participating, but I would enjoy it and laugh.
I think it's only going to be funny is if the president and the other one gets in, and then it's a whole river hit.
Yep.
I mean, exactly. Don't you want to have that like broadcasted?
Mm-hmm. Yep.
That's the part where I really like.
What are those things that are floating around you?
Just jump in the river. I mean, so what is your take on the Olympics? Like, at every country that's had the Olympics, it's basically a multi-billion-dollar be with $1 billion waste of money.
What do you mean? Like, what do you mean? What do I?
Because they have to spend, so they lose billions of dollars. You're hosting the Olympics, you're automatically going to lose billions of dollars. You're not gaining any.
It's to kind of showcase your country and bring in tourists and that kind of thing. I mean, I would imagine there's some balance there. I'm sure they do lose a lot of money, but you know what? Governments spend a lot of money on a lot of worthless shit, and at least the Olympics are something that everybody can enjoy, like everybody in the world can enjoy. So, I mean, it's. I know the last couple Olympics. I forget what the one was in. What the one was in Russia, wasn't it? Was it Russia? Ukraine?
You had Russia. Yeah, you've had Russia. You've had China. You've had
China. Yeah.
Brazil.
So,
yep.
And then didn't they have? Wasn't the last Summer Olympics in Japan?
Yes, that's correct.
That was.
I think it was China.
Was it China? Whatever it was. It was. It was the one where they were. I think it was.
Or South Korea.
It was. They were playing. They were doing like the outdoor sports and stuff. It was insane. Like it was insanely hot. It was like 100 degrees.
And they had to play in the morning.
Humidity. It was like insanely hot, and they were like, they were like, did nobody do research on the climate before they decided to pick the Summer Olympics to happen here and do stuff outside? And then this whole thing came out where they like whoever the meteorologist or whatever from the climatologist from that country had like either lied or provided false documentation on the weather patterns and stuff to get the. It was the wildest story.
Yes, it is.
But
it is absolutely nuts when you look at it. But that's kind of what they're going to do. I mean, when it's in LA, well, it's supposed to be the American Olympics, but yes,
I enjoy the Olympics. I enjoy when it's on, like when it's on for those 2 weeks or whatever it is. I usually watch it every night, every time it's on.
Yep.
So. I'm going to drop here in a minute or two. Is there anything you want to talk about on I don't have anything on later games. The Reds look good. Guards are winning for now. Man, the Reds scored again. Jeez.
Yeah, they're just destroying that team. That should be a pretty easy one for the show. Cleveland should be. I mean, Cleveland's up 1. We'd like a little bit more. They do have runners on the corners, no outs.
Right.
1 out. So hopefully that comes through. We've got the big parlay.
We took the over in that game also.
Yeah. So did you make any Euro bets or anything for the weekend or anything? Are you betting any Euro?
No, wasn't planning on it. I mean, really, the only thing I'm betting right now is baseball.
Yep. We'll have Summer League next week. So what do you think about next week? Are we looking at Thursday again? We're looking at Wednesday. What are we thinking?
Yeah. So probably. Oh yeah, Thursday's 4th of July. Let's play it by ear.
Okay. All right, we'll talk.
Yeah.
We'll find it. We'll find again a time. But other than that, you should have made money if you were on the show the whole time. When it was live, even when it wasn't live, you still had a chance to make money because it was the banner was set up. So but yeah, thanks everybody for doing it. Gerardo, thanks for your picks. The Uruguay thing looks pretty good. I really think they got to score that 3rd goal before the end of the half, though, because I think they're going to pull everybody in the second half. And they could just be happy with the 2-0 lead, but we'll see. Nunes scores the goal, so we covered it no matter what. So, other than that, thanks everybody for joining the show. We'll go ahead and cash it here. Normally D is also on, but D little one wasn't feeling well. He's kind of our late night guy. Rich works in the morning, and he's on the East Coast with me. D works on the West Coast, so he's normally up later. So he's normally on. So we normally do go to about 10, 11 o'clock. So other than that, thanks for joining us, and we'll see you guys in the chat. All right. See you, everybody. All right.
See you guys.
Bye-bye.